Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central. And if you're looking for tips and strategies to help with your learning, you are in the right place. Often when reading students' assignments, I recognize that they have several excellent points, but they're not always written in the most impactful way. Remember, clarity is key. The purpose of this video is to provide you with a couple of relatively easy methods to give your writing more power and to help your readers stay interested in your message. So let's have a look, shall we? One method is to use specific over general words or expressions. For example, the man helped the child out of the water. We have some very general words in that sentence. Let's make them a little more specific. The father helped his son out of the lake. So you can see the words in blue are more specific terms or words. Father replacing man, son replacing child, and lake replacing water. We could be even more specific if we knew who these people were or a specific name of a lake. Second example, the student enjoyed the class. Again, let's replace those general words with more specific words. Kathy enjoyed Professor Brown's apiculture class. So again, in blue, we have more specific words that give more vividness to the meaning. Use lively adjectives, adverbs, and verbs. For example, Mr. Thompson's car is big. Big is what we call an overused word. It's an adjective that's used for so many things. A car can be big, a house can be big, the audience can be big, an animal can be big. But what do we mean by big? So there are more specific adjectives we can use. Mr. Thompson's car is roomy. Mr. Thompson's car is spacious. They give you a similar idea of it having a lot of room inside, but there's a slightly different connotation even between those two adjectives, and they're both more specific than big. Another example is Amelia's birthday party was nice. Nice is another overworked adjective. It can mean so many things. A person can be nice, a party can be nice, a car can be nice. Anything can be nice. Amelia's birthday party was boisterous. Or Amelia's birthday party was impressive. Now we have a couple of different adjectives here, and they give you a different image in your mind of the party. We have a different impression of what this party was like, and we have a more accurate idea of the party. Still using lively adjectives, adverbs, and verbs, we have a mouse ran across the linoleum floor and into its hole. So ran is a very common verb. It can be useful. All of these common, or what I'm calling overused words, can be used occasionally, but just watch out for instances in which you can replace them with something a little bit more specific or something a little more vivid or lively. For example, a mouse scampered across the linoleum floor and into its hole. So instead of saying ran, we have scampered. It gives us a little bit clearer impression of what this mouse is doing. We could make it even clearer by saying a gray mouse scampered across the amber linoleum floor and into its wee hole. We've provided some extra adjectives here to make the sentence even clearer and the image in the reader's mind even more vivid. Now, you can use a thesaurus to find alternative words, alternative adjectives or adverbs or verbs, but be careful because just because they're synonyms does not make them equal. So we could have said that the mouse raced or the mouse dashed across the floor, but we would not use the word gallop or trot probably with a mouse. Even though when you look up the word ran in a thesaurus or a list of synonyms, you will probably see gallop and trot, but they don't really apply to a mouse. Another method is to use the active voice over the passive voice. Now remember, in a sentence, the subject is the who or the what. And if the subject is acting, is doing the action, then the sentence is in the active voice. If the subject is receiving the action, then the sentence is in the passive voice. So I've put in red the passive sentences, and I've put in green the active sentences. And most of the time, you want to aim for active sentences over passive. Passive sentences do have their use. It's not as if you can never use them, but it's best to write most of your sentences in the active voice. So here's a passive sentence. It is believed by the manager that clearer guidelines would help. But the active sentence would say the manager believes that clearer guidelines would help. And speaking of clearer, the active sentence is more powerful and clear in meaning. It's also a little more concise, and that can be helpful in making your writing more impactful too. Another example of a passive sentence: every week the plate glass windows are washed by the cleaning crew. And the active version would be the cleaning crew wash the plate glass windows every week. Again, a little more concise, a little more powerful than the passive sentence. There we are, a few ideas to help make your writing clearer. And remember, clarity is key. One more note of caution. You always want to keep in mind your purpose of writing and your audience. And when choosing words, make sure that the tone of your writing matches your purpose. That's very important. In the meantime, have fun writing. A quick look at the subscribe button, the notification bell, of course the thumbs up for like if you like the video, and there's the website www.tutoringcentral.com, and email me at tutoringcentral@inbox.com.